Since the millennium, Audi has tripled its range, and the A5 Sportback is one of the newer models to arrive. Attempting to merge the sleek silhouette of a coupe with the interior space of a saloon and the practicality of a hatchback, the A5 Sportback slots above Audi's A4, with the resultant hike in price. This second-generation model shares engines, interior and kit with the A4, but aims for a more upmarket feel, with its high-quality interior, comfortable but sharp drive and steep pricing. At launch, around £3,000 separated the 5-door hatchback from the 4-door saloon that spawned it. With its genre-busting large luxury hatchback format, the Sportback has few rivals, though the BMW 4 Series Grand Coupe targets exactly the same buyers. Aside from that, similarly priced upmarket alternatives include the Mercedes-Benz C-Class Coupe and the Jaguar XF Saloon. Comfort, style and upmarket interior. The A5 Sportback is attempting to be all things to all people, with the promise of coupe style, hatchback practicality and impressive road holding, plus the option of all-wheel drive across the range. Its BMW alternative, meanwhile, focuses on providing a sharper drive, though it exactly matches the Audi for boot space. The Audi also boasts a slicker interior than its rival, with plush materials and a slick media system that is navigated using a rotary controller mounted behind the gear stick, rather than a more distracting touchscreen interface. Comfort levels are high, too, as is refinement, making the A5 a great long-distance cruiser. The pick of the A4's engine range power for the A5 Sportback comes from a handful of 2.0-litre and 3.0-litre petrol and diesel motors. Most affordable of these at launch was the 190 horsepower 2.0-litre diesel, available in front and quattro all-wheel drive form, followed by a 3.0-litre 218 horsepower quattro-only diesel. Petrol choices include a quattro-only 252 horsepower 2.0-litre and the range-topping all-wheel drive 354 horsepower 3.0-litre S5 performance model. All versions come with a standard-fit 7-speed twin-clutch automatic, bar the 190 horsepower front-wheel drive diesel models that feature a 6-speed manual as standard. The S5, meanwhile, gets a conventional automatic with 8 gears. Most frugal is the 190 horsepower diesel in automatic form, which returns claimed fuel economy of nearly 70 miles per gallon and low enough official CO2 emissions to fall into the £20 car tax band for models registered before April 2017. At the other end of the range, the S5 can sprint to 62 miles per hour in a rapid 4.7 seconds, though in return claimed economy drops below 40 miles per gallon. 3 trim levels are available, alongside the S5, say, Sport and S-Line. Standard kit includes niceties such as heated front seats and front and rear parking sensors, though sat-nav is notable by its absence. Thankfully, Sport includes this, though if you want sporty styling, firmer suspension and grippy sports seats, you'll need to pay more for S-Line. With decent refinement, impressive muscle and the prospect of 60 miles per gallon plus economy, it's the front-wheel drive 2.0-litre diesel models that make the most sense. But how do these fare on the road? Find out by reading our full review. The A5 Sportback receives the more powerful engines from the A4 range, and as a result, even the slowest model gets to 62 miles per hour in a brisk 8.0 seconds. Go for an automatic model and this drops to 7.9 seconds, while the all-wheel drive version cuts that to 7.4 seconds, with barely any wheel spin as power goes to all 4 tires. The 3.0-litre diesel shaves off a further second, with the 252 horsepower 2.0-litre petrol taking just 6.0 seconds. The performance-oriented S5, meanwhile, requires a mere 4.7 seconds. All models are capable of at least 145 miles per hour, bar the most frugal ultra-diesel models, which run out of steam at 130 miles per hour, as all engines are available with quattro all-wheel drive. The more powerful models including it as standard, the Sportback has no problem transmitting its power to the road. At launch, only the 190 horsepower 2.0-litre diesel, in front-wheel drive form, is available with a manual gearbox, while all other models include a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic. The S5, though, features an 8-speed standard automatic gearbox. The S-tronic gearboxes are super slick and quick to change gear, making the only downside the more than £1,500 premium. For a car of this size that is likely to see its fair share of long journeys, this gearbox suits the car very well, both with the 2.0-litre petrol and diesel engines. Despite being the initial range topper, the S5 gets a less sophisticated standard automatic gearbox. In comparison, this is slow to change gear and much less suitable for fast driving, pausing notably between you pressing the throttle and it changing gear, making for a frustrating driving experience. Whether you go for a 2 or 4-wheel drive version, the A5 Sportback feels safe and secure on the road. The steering is direct and provides a reasonable feeling of control, proving light enough for easy maneuvering, while weighing up nicely at speed. Go for a front-wheel drive diesel and the Sportback has precise steering and offers plenty of grip in the bends, though the all-wheel drive petrol we drove felt like it rolled more in the corners, offering less confidence in the level of grip available. We also tried a 2.0-litre diesel with quattro and the 600 pounds optional damper control suspension. This model felt very planted around bends, absorbing bumps without being thrown off course despite the large 19-inch alloy wheels fitted to our test car. The S5 Sportback proves sharper still, with total traction from the all-wheel drive system and very sensitive steering at lower speeds in our test car, which was fitted with the 950 pounds dynamic steering option and damper control, in this case 900 pounds. Use the full power of the engine, however, and the car feels soft, with the suspension allowing a little too much roll in turns to satisfy faster drivers. Our test car also had the 1,200 pound sport differential, and with this fitted the S5 can be made to slide around corners when pushed hard, although it provides a much greater safety net than a similarly powerful two-wheel drive car where all the power goes to the rear tires. Plush materials, slick design and a user-friendly media system make the A5 Sportback a superb place to while away seemingly endless motorway trips. All the materials feel tactile and solid, and the design, closely related to that of the A4, seems somehow more upmarket in this low-slung 4-door coupe with its sleek roofline. There's a choice between large, clear analog dials and a fully digital virtual cockpit in its place, which lets you customize the display, for instance with a large sat-nav map and small speedometer and rev counter. Whether you pay extra for the latter or not, the main instruments are easy to read on the move, with simple steering wheel controls that make it easy to navigate between trip computer, phone, radio and navigation displays among others. The central media system is similarly accessible, thanks to a rotary control at the base of the gear lever and logically arranged menus. The row of horizontal switches for the climate control system is a bit trickier to use, however, as it's hard to get the right button by feel, but this is rarely problematic. With comfy seats, compliant suspension and very little wind, road or engine noise making itself heard inside, in both petrol and diesel form, the A5 Sportback is a very comfortable car. Choose a model with 17-inch alloy wheels fitted and the ride is particularly luxurious, making for a great car for passengers and driver alike. We also found the optional sports seats very comfortable, with good back and side support. Throw in the S-tronic automatic gearbox and the A5 is a very relaxing car to drive, capable of absorbing the bumpiest of country road without fuss. Models fitted with 19-inch alloy wheels and less rubber between driver and the road provide a noticeably firmer ride, though it should still prove more than comfortable enough for most drivers. Specify the optional damper control suspension and the picture is better, with a bit more given the suspension and greater ability to soak up bumps, if you steer clear of the firmer dynamic mode. The large wheels do throw up a lot of extra noise, however. Step up to the S5 Sportback and you get more driver-focused sports suspension. While firmer than the other models, it's not much worse than other A5s with large alloy wheels and the car is mostly unfazed by big bumps. Plenty of kit is available in the Sportback, though you'll have to pay extra to get some equipment that you might expect as standard, such as sat-nav. Entry-level SE cars include heated front seats, cruise control, front and rear parking sensors and 3-zone climate control. Also standard are powerful xenon headlights and an electric tailgate, along with 17-inch alloy wheels. Thankfully, sat-nav appears as standard on sport models, as do electrically adjustable leather sports seats in addition to the SE's other features. Range-topping S-line models, meanwhile, gain 18-inch alloy wheels, sharper exterior body styling, firmer sports suspension and more supportive sports seats plus a sports steering wheel and LED headlights. S5 Sportbacks share the same kit as S-Line plus 19-inch alloy wheels and unique sports suspension and performance brakes to harness the engine's additional muscle over other models. Deeper sports seats are also added, as is a body kit plus an 8.3-inch sat-nav system, headlight washers and high beam assist, which helps you avoid dazzling oncoming drivers. As with most Audis, a raft of optional equipment is available, often at substantial extra expense, from different alloy wheel designs to 2 types of headlight and 5 types of suspension. These suspension options let drivers choose from firmer or more comfort-oriented setups depending on the trim they opt for. Meanwhile, dynamic steering varies the sensitivity of the steering depending on speed, for added maneuverability at low speeds and less responsiveness on the motorway, for greater stability. A panoramic glass roof is also available, as are several different sports seats and leather upholstery. Electric adjustment for the front seats and heating for both rows can be added, too. Several packs are also available, bundling kit together in one package. The technology pack includes an 8.3-inch sat-nav system with 3 years in-car 4G internet, access to online services and wireless phone charging. The comfort and sound pack bundles a Bang & Olufsen sound system, keyless entry and boot opening with electrically adjustable front seats. The Vision pack comes with the virtual cockpit digital dials, a head-up display and high beam assist, while the Light and Vision pack swaps the latter 2 features for Matrix LED headlights, which provide maximum lighting while avoiding dazzling oncoming traffic, and LED interior lighting. Extended warranties and additional safety kit can also be added. The car, the A5 Sportback, is based on the A4, scored full marks in Euro NCAP crash assessment when put to the test in 2015. It chalked up a strong 89% for adult occupant safety and 87% for child occupants. Meanwhile, it was rated at 75% for pedestrian safety and safety assist, the active systems that help to avoid a crash in the first place. Several optional safety packs are also available, including the Driver Assistance Pack, Tour, Parking Assistance Pack and Parking Assistance Pack Advanced. The first pack includes adaptive cruise control, which can maintain a safe distance behind the car from a standstill to the car's top speed on automatic models, with manual-equipped models functional above 20 miles per hour. Automatic A5s can also move forward automatically in stop-start traffic, taking control of steering, brakes and accelerator up to 40 miles per hour, making driving in traffic much less stressful. This pack also makes the automatic braking function work across the car's entire speed range, with the addition of collision avoidance assistant, which helps to avoid a crash should the car lose control, by using sensors to read the road ahead and adding steering interventions to avoid obstacles. Other kit included consists of technology that reads road signs and presents these on the dashboard, and active lane assist that helps the driver to stay in their lane above 40 miles per hour. The parking assistance packs add a 360-degree camera and park assist that can park the car for itself. The advanced pack includes these elements plus systems that warn driver and passengers of approaching cyclists when parked, and vehicles approaching from behind. Boot space for the A5 Sportback exactly matches its main rival, the BMW 4 Series Grand Coupe, at 480 litres with the rear seats in place and 1,300 litres with them dropped. This means the boot is the same size as the Audi A4 Saloon with the seats in place, but much larger with them dropped, though it still lags a little behind the A4 Avant. Another benefit comes with the addition of a hatchback, which means that loading large items should be simple. The rear seats, however, are a mixed bag. Those in the outer seats should be pretty comfortable, with good back support and ample room for heads and legs, though access is a little trickier than in models with higher roof lines. The middle seat is much less comfortable, with barely any headroom for grown adults, making this very much a four-seater. Large cup holders in the front win back some brownie points, as does a boot net and lashing points to help secure items in the boot.